first question goes out to Smita Prakash. Smita Prakash, what is the perception? Let me begin with asking you the perception, because sudden announcement of Shinde becoming the chief minister, and just when everybody thought the twists and turns of the story was over, came Mr. JP Nadda's request, appeal, call it what you will, Mr. Amit Shah's tweet, and then the two chairs on the dais turned to three. How do you see it?
Well, not for a moment do I believe that this was on the spur of the moment request going out to Devendra Fadnavis. I think it was pre-decided that it would be Mr. Shinde who would be chief minister, because wouldn't have, the optics would not have looked good that the BJP has destabilized in a way the government, even though they're not saying so. But Shiv Sena, they didn't want to look like they facilitated the exit of Thackeray from Shiv Sena's leadership and to install their own chief minister because of some kind of revenge taking from what happened in 2019. So I think basically the idea was to install a Shiv Sena chief minister. Shinde has been extremely bold in doing what he did, which is to take on a Thackeray, move people over to Assam. It required guts of steel, and I think he displayed that. So I don't think there was any second view. Of course, Fadnavis has a huge fan base which feels let down, and I think Fadnavis has come out as the bigger man in this, in which he seems graceful in that he has accepted a position which is less than a chief minister, even though he has been a chief minister. Everybody knows that he was the person who was drumming up support for Shinde within the Shiv Sena to make sure that Shinde has the confidence in taking this step. It's not easy for somebody to do what he did, but he has done that, and Fadnavis brings with him so much experience. As you said in your introduction, he brings administrative experience, he knows he has political experience. So even though some might say that he's going to be like the man behind a puppet, that I don't think is true. If you say that, then you would have to say that it was Sharad Pawar who was running the earlier government and not Uddhav Thackeray. So, if it's not apples and oranges, so you cannot say that. I think Shinde is going to come to his own, show that it's a Shiv Sena government, but Devendra Fadnavis brings a lot of experience and will give in that central push for central government position, give a state push for the central government schemes which are to be implemented. Because remember, we are just 2 years now away, 2.5 years away before the government goes into an election mode for the 2024 polls. So I think it is important for the BJP to see that the central schemes are put into place in Maharashtra, which is one of the rich
all
states.
That is well taken, Smita. But the fact that Devendra Fadnavis did not announce himself as deputy chief minister, and later all this that happened was pre-planned, do you think it was pre-planned, or do you think they had to change their strategy midway? What is the perception on that?
Well, the drama did look nice of bringing in the chair in the last minute. So to give that idea that it was something that, the request was given out to Fadnavis. Fadnavis had not really accepted it. Of course, it wouldn't have looked nice for Fadnavis to announce his own deputy chief ministership. Or so, he did the magnanimous thing of waiting for somebody else to make in the request. So it all plays out very nicely like a soap opera. But I think this was thought out earlier. The fact that Fadnavis was in Delhi, and I really find it difficult to believe that Amit Shah and Fadnavis did not have this played out to the T, and I think it has the support of the big two.